Rachel Padilla. I'm an artist. Why do I always introduce myself like that for my videos? What does it mean to be an artist? And what does the work of being an artist look like? Let's take a look at that together. I like to make the statement, I'm an artist. It helps to clarify for an audience. It's also my own affirmation to remind myself who I am. There's a lot that goes into the mechanics of being an artist. Cutting stretcher bars. They're for stretching canvas on. Pre-drilling, driving screws, stretching the canvas, and then applying gesso to the canvas. Before all of that, the idea has to form. This is a large, hand-built canvas. It can be difficult to find and purchase one this size, and I build my own because they're very sturdy. It will require a lot of paint, so I take my time in preparing the surface. My care will ensure that I get an even coating of gesso and less paint will be used overall. The first color I mix is a blue shade for what I intend to be an infinite and stormy sky. The color is rather dark, so there will be heavy use of white to create a variety of hues in big storm clouds. I've drawn my initial sketch on the blank canvas and pause in my excitement as I plan and anticipate the first application of paint. As I usually do, I begin with the background. It's easiest to show the progression of a painting in time-lapse. I've recorded the entire process. The time-lapse at 5,000 times speed makes it more digestible, but it isn't realistic. And perhaps it detracts just a bit from the actual time and work that goes into the process. So let me slow it down just a little to share with you the point of this video, the mechanics of being an artist. Despite the daunting size of this painting, measuring 5'4" by 3'4", I planned on 2 days to complete it. For me, being an artist means that I commit to creating every day. So whether it's a painting or a drawing or building a canvas, I've committed. It wasn't always this way. There was a time, for a very long time, when being an artist was simply just a wild dream to me. It was beyond my understanding or my grasp. I had priorities other than a flight of fancy. It didn't seem like something I could succeed at. I suppose that over time, the way I see success has evolved. It seems that I used to think that in completing one great goal, suddenly all the doors would be opened to me. I now see success as the completion of a goal, then the next, and the next, and the next. There's always work to be done. I've heard it said that the reward for work is more work. I realize now that not every moment of artistic creation is profoundly inspired. It doesn't always have the satisfaction of that last stroke of the brush to complete a masterpiece. Each step is part of the totality. including the driving of the screws that hold the stretcher bars together, the filming, the editing, the self-care is all part of the totality. Day 2 of painting came and went, and I was nowhere close to being finished. I was sure that I could have been done. This landscape is so familiar to me that I feel like I could paint it in my sleep. The added challenge of this painting is its relationship to another one. Here, they're side by side, so I can match the colors and the horizon lines. This piece will effectively bridge the gap between 2 other paintings. It's the middle panel of a triptych, the visual bridge between the other 2. With all that having been said, let's look at the big picture again, the product of the totality. A time-lapse can make it look so effortless. 5 days of painting finally brought about the completion of the landscape. It seems that I've been a bit unrealistic with the time frames of this project. And painting isn't even the hardest part for me. The hardest part is talking about it, expressing myself, the effective communication of it all. But I'm committed. So when the words don't come as easily as I can paint the landscape, I keep at it. It's always been easier for me to paint a mood or feeling or experience of a thing than to use my words to talk about it. That's why I'm an artist, not a writer. Even as I worked on this painting and these words to share with you, I was planning on the next step, the next project. Because that's part of it too. It's all part of the mechanics of being an artist, completing one goal and moving on to the next. I'm Rachel Padilla. I'm an artist. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring the mechanics of being an artist.